Good morning, children. Welcome back to the physics class. In the previous physics class, we have studied about moment of force, turning effect. In this previous class, what we have studied? We have studied about the definition of torque, its formula. Torque is equals to force into perpendicular distance. Torque is a vector quantity, different units, Newton meter, dyne centimeter, kilogram force, gram force, and their conversion. Today we will see the types of movement. There are two types of movement, clockwise movement and anti-clockwise movement. As we all know, movement is a vector quantity, so we need two things to describe movement. First is magnitude, second its direction. We all know how to calculate the magnitude. Magnitude we can calculate by using the formula tau is equals to force into perpendicular distance. Second, we should know the direction. So if the direction of movement is clockwise, we will take the direction inward and we will take the sign as negative sign. For the anti-clockwise movement, direction is outward and sign we will consider as positive. These are the conventional sign. These you have to remember that for clockwise it is negative, for anti-clockwise it is positive. आप लोग को लग रहा होगा थोड़ा सा एंटी क्लॉकवाइज है तो नेगेटिव होना चाहिए, नहीं. यहाँ पर आप लोग एंटी क्लॉकवाइज को पॉजिटिव साइन कंसीडर करेंगे और क्लॉकवाइज को नेगेटिव. देन प्रिंसिपल ऑफ मूवमेंट, ये क्या सिद्धांत होता है इस मूवमेंट का. फॉर द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ मूवमेंट, according to the principle of movement in equilibrium we will discuss in the coming classes. According to the principle of movement in equilibrium, sum of clockwise movement is equal to sum of anti-clockwise movement, or we can describe the principle of movement like this also. According to the principle of movement, the algebraic sum, what we are saying, algebraic sum. Why we are saying it's algebraic sum? Because here we have considered the sign as negative and positive. Algebraic sum of moments of all the forces acting on a body about the axis of rotation is 0 if the body is in equilibrium condition. If the body is in equilibrium condition. We will understand this more clearly with the help of one example. See this example. There is a uniform rod which is pivoted or supported at this knife edge. This triangular portion is known as fixed point, or you can say this as a knife edge. On this knife edge, this complete rod is supported, and on this rod three forces are working, F1, F2 and F3. F1 and F2 are working on the left hand side of this pivoted point and F3 is working on the right side of this pivoted point. So this F1 and F2 are creating the anti-clockwise movement. Why? Because these two forces are trying to turn the rod in an anti-clockwise direction like this. It will move like this, and this F3 is trying to rotate the rod in a clockwise direction. Therefore, this F1 and F2 is giving the anti-clockwise turn to this rod, and this F3 is giving the clockwise turn to this rod. If the rod is in equilibrium position, then the sum of these two movement due to these two forces will be equal to the movement due to this F3 force. If not, the rod will turn either in an anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction. How to find out whether the rod will turn in clockwise direction or in anti-clockwise direction? For this, I have taken one numerical. A uniform meter rod. Meter rod means 100 centimeter long rod is supported by the knife edge on 40 centimeter mark. Two forces 20 Newton and 40 Newton are suspended from 0 centimeter mark and 80 centimeter mark. Find in which direction the rod will turn. Here I have constructed the diagram for you all. This is the rod, 1 meter long rod, that means starting from 0 centimeter to 100 centimeter, and at the middle this is 50 centimeter, this side 40, 30, 20, 10, then 0, this side 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. Knife edge, supported by knife edge at 40 सेंटीमीटर मार्क, जहाँ पर स्केल पर 40 सेंटीमीटर लिखा होगा उसके बॉटम में नाइफ एज लगाई जाएगी. So at the 40 centimeter mark I have placed a knife edge, and from 0 centimeter mark a force of 20 Newton is suspended, and from the 80 centimeter mark a force of 40 Newton is suspended. This is the force, and this is the perpendicular distance from the fixed point. This is the perpendicular distance from the fixed point. Same way over here, this is the force and this is the perpendicular distance from the fixed point. Anti-clockwise movement. The anti-clockwise movement is due to the 20 Newton force. So apply the formula, force into perpendicular distance. Force is 20 Newton and perpendicular distance is how much from the fixed point? 40 centimeter. So 20 Newton into 40 centimeter, that will give you 800 Newton centimeter, and sign we will take as positive. Why? Anti-clockwise movement. Clockwise movement, force into perpendicular distance, force is 40, distance is also 40, this is 80 and this is 40, distance between these 2 points is 40 centimeter. So 40 into 40, that will be 1600 Newton centimeter. Sign is negative because clockwise movement. Now take out the algebraic sum of these two movements, clockwise and anti-clockwise movement. Plus 800 minus 1600, algebraic sum will be equal to minus 800 Newton centimeter. By looking at this minus sign, we can make out that this is showing that the rod will move in a clockwise direction. So after taking out the algebraic sum of all the movements, if the sign is coming negative, this will give an idea to us that the rod is moving in a clockwise movement, and if this will be a positive, then an anti-clockwise movement. For today, this much is there. In the next class, we will study further more about the movement. Till then, revise this and bye.